Hello Deltona, I'm Doc Doherty, your City Manager, and welcome to another edition of the City Manager's Report. As we approach hurricane season, keeping you informed and prepared is our top priority. In this episode, we'll hear from our Stormwater Department about critical improvements underway to reduce flooding risks, and we'll introduce the Deltona Fire Department's brand new fire engine, along with the hands-on training our firefighters are taking to stay sharp and ready. These efforts are all part of an ongoing commitment to protect our community and ensure Deltona stays safe and resilient year-round.
Hi, my name is Don Loveless. I'm construction supervisor for the city of Deltona. We're here today on a project we just got through with between Waycross and Matheson. It's an infiltration system. These people have been waiting patiently for us to get here. And we're trying to prevent the water with standing water here all summer long during the rainy season. And this system should take care of that. It will dry it out. It's similar to a septic system, a leach field in a septic system. It's infiltration. It lets the water out of the swales. We also been doing a lot of projects around town preparing for hurricanes. We changed some culverts, enlarged some culverts so roads don't flood. We've buried a lot of 6-inch emergency lines in the ground, so now we haven't got to lay that out. We can just pull up a pump and start pumping almost immediately. And we've been working diligently to try to help and prepare for the next hurricane season. We're here on site on Catalina where we have problems with it flooding every hurricane. And we're just finishing up a project where we got all the emergency line buried now, pretty much right up to Holland, where there's a hole up there that we pump this water in. This is going to cut our response time down by about 75% because all this pipe is going to be in the ground. So now we can just pull up a pump, hook it up, and within a half hour or an hour, we can be pumping water. Yes, this is, you can see where we just buried this pipe up through this power line out to Autumn. And this is, we'll take the water up to that big hole on Holland, up there almost where the center is. Be on the right-hand side, there's a big hole up there we dump this water into. It's a project we just completed. Hi, we're on Captain Drive, and we're at a project that we recently completed. What we did over here, this is a problem that floods a lot during a hurricane, and we've lost the road and sidewalk and everything else the last 2 hurricanes. So what we've done here is increase the size of the culvert. So now, hopefully with the increased size of the culvert, that will prevent this road from flooding and washing out. You can really see how big that pipe is here. Yeah, this is the pipe that we replaced. We went quite a bit bigger pipe with here. And as you can see, to hold this from washing out, we had to build this big retaining wall back to hold this out from washing out. Hi, we're on Riverhead here, and this is one area that got hit real hard during the last hurricane. We lost the road here, and it was closed for several weeks before we got it done. Since then, we've found a way to reroute this water in another direction. So since then, we piped it in another direction, which we'll show you later. Hi, we're over on Jewel. This is the back side of Riverhead, basically. This is where the water originates from. We took now and we're diverting the water that would normally go out to Riverhead and Lake Windsor, and we're taking it down to Slater towards our new pump station. And this is just the ditch. Like once we shot elevations, we found out after that area got dried out with a pump station that we could take some of the water this way, eliminate a lot of the water that's going in Windsor, and hopefully stop Riverhead from washing out during the hurricane.
Jim Godfrey, Stormwater Maintenance Supervisor. We're here today at Festival Park, and we are demonstrating our new sandbag machine. Our sandbag machine is able to produce 1,500 bags an hour, so we can be more efficient and supply our residents with more sandbags at a quicker rate when the storm season hits. The city recently purchased 2 machines so that we can prepare to be able to supply the residents with all their needs during the upcoming storm season. It's going to make the city more efficient to be able to supply the residents with the sandbags that they need during an emergency during the storm season.
Hey, I'm Deputy Chief Swisher with the Fire Department, and I'm going to talk about some things that's been going on in our department in the last month or so. We received a brand new Suffin engine. It's right here behind me. I'll take you for a tour at the end and tell you more about it as we do that. Also in the EMS field, we are doing our new iGels. iGel is a new airway that replaces our combi tube for when we have cardiac arrest and people aren't breathing. That's the tube that we put down their throat. It's a more proactive and effective way to manage an airway. We also are switching over to hand TEVI, which is a complicated way to say that it's a calculation method for drugs and energy levels for when we have cardiac arrest patients, both pediatric and adult. EOC, which is Emergency Operations Center stuff, is going on in May. We're starting now to start working on that. We're doing it both locally and countywide. Countywide, Volusia is having an EOC training course at their EOC facility, and we're sending a couple of people to that. That's usually our inspectors. And what they do is they go there during the drills or during activation, and they're like our liaison between us and our local EOC. Local-wise, we're going to be doing training starting up in May for hurricane preparedness. That'll be sponsored by the fire department and the city, so be looking forward to that. And also, we've had many promotions and retirees in the last couple months, so we have 3 brand new people starting on May 28th. They will go through a three-week orientation period, and then from there, they'll go through a 1-year probationary course where they do training and testing quarterly. So now let's take you around the new engine, and we're so proud for it to be here. We're switching vendors from Pierce to Suffin, so it's a brand new style engine. Very pretty. This will be replacing the engine 61 at our station at 1685 Providence Boulevard, which is our main station. Roll-up doors, a little bit of a compressed pump panel. This is kind of what they look like inside. Everything has its place. New style handles, so it's getting used to them. But everything has its place so that we know when something's missing. When we're on a fire scene, we go, oh, that's missing, we gotta look for it. Everything inside a compartment versus our old trucks have ladders outside. This one has the ladders inside, which we'll see in the back. All the compartments kind of look the same inside, it just depends on what they carry. This is the new ladder compartment. So everything's stored inside the truck, not on the outside of the truck, and then it has covers on everything that's exposed to the outside. So great new addition. We have 2 more of these coming, and then we also have a squad engine coming late next year is when the new engine's another new engine's coming, and then a year after that we'll get another engine, and then probably a year after that will be when we get the squad. This one itself took 3 years to build, so we're glad it's finally here.
Hey, this is Tyler with Animal Control. So we've been getting a lot of questions about the incident with the girl and the dog. There was nationwide coverage of that. Thankfully picked up by her grandparents. The dog though was picked up by Animal Control, and it was taken to Halifax Humane Society, where we take all of our unclaimed animals. So when a dog gets lost in Deltona, if it's not claimed, it goes to Halifax. So we've had a lot of questions about this animal, if we still have it, if we're able to adopt it to them. We don't do any adoptions. All that is handled through Halifax Humane Society. So for any questions for that dog or for other dogs, they should be directed towards Halifax Humane Society in Daytona Beach.